Good morning, Western North Carolina. This is Brian over here at Fred Anderson Toyota, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to go ahead and highlight a car that is near and dear to my heart out here, that would honestly be something that I would personally recommend to somebody looking to buy something, especially in these times of high fuel prices and stuff like that. But this is a 2017 BMW 330i, and this has the X-Drive system, which means all-wheel drive. So this is actually very similar in some ways, at least, to my 2014 320i. So let me just kind of walk around and tell you why I like this one, and definitely in the ways that it's actually better than mine. All right, so again, this is a 330i. Mine is a 320i. Now, this actually does have the same four-cylinder. It's the 2-liter twin scroll turbo four-cylinder. It does take premium fuel, of course. But the 330i is what used to be the 328i, which means that this one actually is the higher output four-cylinder. This engine should make around 240 to 250 horsepower. Mine tuned now makes about like 280 or 290, which is a pretty easy thing to get out of these with just a cold air intake and a flash tune. But the big deal with this one is that it is all-wheel drive. It has the X-Drive system, as you can kind of see there, and it's pretty similar to the Audis. I think I've watched that the all-wheel drive on these kind of relies more on the rear-wheel drive. So when you're just driving around normally, it performs like a rear-wheel drive car, then it engages the front axles when need be. So this one does have the lighter tan-colored interior, but what I do like is that it does have the sport seats. It's very similar to mine in that essence. It has the sport seats with the leg extenders that come out. And the bolsters on these are incredible. You can definitely get these to be super grippy, all with a touch of a dial. It's probably one of my favorite things about the seats on mine. This one does have these sport wheels for this model, which does come with the nicer tires as well. And that's about where the similarities between this car and mine ends. Mine is a little bit more of a base model, just has the sport package and manual transmission. This, of course, is the automatic here. So if you're looking for the manual, sorry, this one isn't it, but it does have the sport mode here, as well as paddles on the shifter here. But this one has a heads-up display. If you can kind of see it flickering there in the distance, mine does not have that. That's a really nice feature to have, and you can kind of customize that. This one also has the larger iDrive system here. Mine has the smaller screen built in. This is a lot more full size, better resolution, and there are ways where you can upgrade these to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as long as you buy the hardware that you need to plug into it. But I have always been a fan of these 3 Series. Obviously, I love mine. I think the space is great. I love the way that they drive. I think even the backseat space is good. It's one of those things where it's, I'd say, a little bit bigger than a Corolla as far as backseat space. But I have Ubered in mine plenty, and it's a super fun car for people to kind of drive around in. Most BMWs have the sunroof. You can see this one does too. But I think this is a great car, especially if you want something that's kind of quick. Very fun to drive. Probably one of the best out-of-the-box handling cars that I've ever driven that wasn't meant to be a sports car. But this one is unique. It's 2017, but only has right at 50,000 miles. So this one is definitely in really good shape. I think it's about 27 grand, 28 grand, something like that. So in the world of Camry pricing and things like that, it's about the same price as a Camry, but in my opinion, you get a whole lot more for it. And if anybody who knows me and my car, there's a lot of these little panels all over the place that are easy to customize. So maybe you're not a fan of the mahogany finish on here. They make covers here. You can get covers here. You can get covers here. You can get all kinds of overlays and inlays, and you can switch out starter button colors and all kinds of weird little accessories that you might want to do. And it looks like this one might even have some form of blind spot monitoring built in, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it does. And there's the lane departure, lane centering. So yeah, this one definitely has a lot more features than mine does. Mine just has cruise control, AC, and that's pretty much about it. So yeah, pretty cool car. This is definitely one of the ones that I would recommend on the lot if you're looking for something kind of fun to drive that you can drive every day. Mine averages about 29 to 31 miles per gallon, depending on how I'm driving. If I'm on a road trip, I can get 32 to 33. Now again, it does take premium, so that should be noted. Premium right now is roughly $5 a gallon, depending on where you can find it. But I'm really happy with my car, and I would be really happy in this car too, especially for somebody who wants something all-wheel drive and super fun to drive. So if you have any questions on this car, hit me up. Otherwise, thanks so much and have a great day.